All right, guys. Hopefully you can hear us better. I'm trying to bring Andy back online. Alrighty. Is Augustine back online? Let's see. Oops. Do you guys have any questions about real estate, credit? Let's see. All right.
King Chevy was there.
Who's that?
King Chevy.
Let me see. I just requested him. I gotta watch out with these faces I make when I'm trying to figure out like the buttons and stuff as I'm starting the live, because oh my goodness, I'm looking at myself like, dang. Mr. Highlight Films, what's up, MMU family?
Morning meetup.
Yeah.
What's good?
Yo, what's good?
Hi, how are you?
How y'all doing?
Mr. Ralph.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
I'm here. I'm grinding, man. Y'all got me, huh?
What's going on? Yeah, we caught you. We seen your people.
Yeah, I just seen a live come on right now.
Yeah, let the people know. Let the people know, like, what you got going on. You went to the boot camp. Let them know what your experience.
Okay. I mean, for me, like, I went to the boot camp and I pretty much learned how to, I guess, like the finance part, actually. Right now, I haven't purchased anything right now, but I'm liquidating my credit cards right now, actually. No cap, actually. I just pulled some cash off one of my credit cards right now.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna just play with the card. I'm trying to get the limit to raise my limit. So I'm playing with that right now. And I don't know, it's pretty much it, though. I ain't with the internet, man. I look rough,
Put you
man.
on the spot.
I wasn't ready for it.
His
But
wife,
it's
Miss Brittany, went through the boot camp with Ralph, right? And this is Mr. Ralph. So Miss Brittany,
Let him tell what his wife was saying when he was trying to sign up.
yeah. When I told her about Andy, she was like, that guy a scammer. You feel me? I'm like, nah, I don't think he's a scammer. I'm not getting scammer vibes. So she was like, let's see what's up. So I signed up. We signed up for the boot camp, and actually when she spoke to Gigi put her at ease. You feel me? She put her at ease a little bit because she spoke to Gigi more, and she like, man, she don't know about Andy. I'm like, man, he quiet, but he in motion. You feel me? He ain't got to say much. Just watch what he's doing. Like he's actually in motion. And so we signed up for the boot camp and we went to it, man. Jeez, I look crazy. Hey, but yeah, I signed up, man. Like your life could change from this, man. Like I live real shit. Like I just pulled out some cash and stuff that I learned from them, and I wouldn't be able to do that. So
All right. Then she came to the boot camp. She kept speaking to me, kept talking to me. She couldn't stop talking to me.
they were so
right.
they were so quiet when they got there. Like Miss Brittany she can talk on the phone, but when she first boot camp, she didn't want to talk. She had Mr. Ralph talk for her, and then
Right.
the roles turned. Brittany was the one talking.
Facts.
Right.
For her
Right.
to open up.
But she's actually the talker. I'm not. I'm the shy one, but I just took it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she ended
I'm
up talking. She ended up starting to talk. Once she seen us start talking to us, she was talking then. She wasn't
Yeah.
quiet no more until it was time to tell what she learned. What she learned from the program, then she got quiet again.
facts. Facts. But
But yeah, we just wanted to get you on. We seen you on here. We just want let the people know what's going on, and let them know that we making moves,
it's
and we ain't the only
legit,
one making
man.
moves. We showing y'all how to do it too.
Facts. Facts.
And right now, for one of your businesses, so we're building the business for one of your businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
You
we
guys
got
are,
a lot. We got a lot going on, man,
yeah,
and we're not gonna let
yeah.
this go to waste. You feel me?
I'm excited for
So
Right.
yeah.
All right, that's it.
All
You
right,
get back
man.
what you're doing. You go on X. I appreciate you.
Yo, yo.
All right.
Connie asking, she said, hey Andy, when will you cut off the early boot camp?
July 15th, in 8 more days, the early bird special go away. Then go back to regular price.
Mm-hmm. Um, Mark laughing. No like 5616, Gigi and Andy, thanks for 100%. Our pleasure, ma'am. All right, I have a question. What part of
What
Florida?
part of Florida? I'm in Tampa, St. Pete. Most of my properties I do in St. Petersburg, Florida, right 15 minutes away from Tampa. But I got lots in Tampa and Newport Richey, so I'm doing like the Tampa Bay area. Because it's close to me, I say like within a mile radius. I mean, an hour radius of where I'm at. That way I could just go to all my properties, and I ain't got to try to get no boots on the ground to try to do it for me. I like being there, being at my own property, so I can make my own moves.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't got to depend on nobody.
Mm-hmm. Miss, oh, what is the early bird special? Where is the boot camp at? Held.
The boot camp in Clearwater, Florida. We doing this one. This one gonna be actually on the beach. So as soon as you come out your room, you right on the beach. The backyard, the back door, the back is the beach. And then we 5 minutes away on a trolley. We get a free trolley ride to the Clearwater Beach, and that's where everything at. That's where all the spots at. All the little places to eat, the whole strip. That's where everything at. So we making it like a vacation and a learning experience at the same time. Best of both worlds. But yeah, September 10th, 11th in Clearwater, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Close right by Clearwater Beach at the Sheraton Hotel.
Mm-hmm. Andy, do they need to have good credit to go?
No, they don't need good credit. That's what you for. I pay to get I pay to get everybody credit right. So by the time the sooner you sign up, the better off for you. Cause then the sooner you sign up, you can start working on your credit. And by the time the boot camp start, you'll be ready to make the move. You'll be ready. Get the high limit credit card and take the money off the card and start to play. And we also had a couple people Gigi hooked up at the boot camp. They got money. They got two people got 10K at the boot camp. One person got 4K on cards with no inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all kind of the plays that we show you. And Gigi, handle that part. Gigi show you what to do, how to get that. So basically, they got their money back and double.
Yeah.
Right. Just by depending.
We had one guy, Mr. Duron. He's not online. Do you see him here?
No, sure.
Mr. Duron, he only applied to 6 lenders a few days ago, and he got total with one of the cards that we recommend. He got just under $1,000 in funding. That's running the entire. We give you guys apply for. So essentially, you need to have your own start building that.
Yeah, basically, he got that funding from 6 cards when she told him to do about 20 or 30 cards. He supposed to did all them, but he did 6. Got tired, he either got scared, and he kept seeing them 20s, 25s, 25,000, 20,000, so he just stopped. But it was a whole list he was supposed to go down. He didn't even go down it. But he just did 6 cards and got like 80K out of that. And then so it's like, it's easy money. They giving you the game on how to make the money, then showing you what to do with the money. So like that only makes sense. But you got to believe the process. You got to believe. You got to invest in yourself. Most people scared to invest in themselves, so they scared to make moves. So they're gonna be in the same situation they in now, just watching everybody make plays. You see the man he just pulled out two knots of money, but he didn't even know we was calling. We didn't even know we were putting him on the spot. He making the moves. Like that's all you got to do, make the move, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah. And see, you need to pay attention. Like the people that we bring, most of the people that we bring online, they don't even know online. We should.
Right.
There's a question, Andy. He might have heard you right under the live. What part of Florida?
We just answered that question.
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida, right by Tampa, like 15, 20 minutes away from Tampa, Florida. I'm in St. Pete doing my thing down there. I got 5 projects down there. No, 4 down there. One of them in Lutz. That's like on the outskirts of Tampa. So I got a couple lots in Tampa, majority in St. Pete. I got some in Clearwater, and I got some in Newport Richey.
Mm-hmm.
So all the Tampa area within a mile radius.
What is the one that you're about to finish? What's the projected income that you can bring in with the Airbnb?
You talk the apartment garage?
Mm-hmm.
The apartment garage, that should be on next week. We should have that on Airbnb. And we renting that out for like $125 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 1-1. And we're gonna get $125 a day for it. Cause we got on that same lot, we got a house in front that we do Airbnb with. And we're getting $225 for that one a day. And within 3 months we made like $17K with that one. So we're gonna add that one in the back. That's to take the numbers way up. But we basically, the mortgage on that ain't nothing but like, we just refied it too. So the mortgage is like probably 25, 24,
Mm-hmm.
but make double that in a month. So it's like it'll pay for itself and still give you some extra cash.
Right.
So like we doing the Bird method, we just doing it with new construction. We building, we refine, and we repeating it. We just keep doing it. And then the property, you get to write everything off. You get to take the money out when you refi. All that money tax free. So it's like you're living paying without paying no taxes. You're making money without paying taxes. And then you're also getting appreciation from the property when it go up. Then when it go up a couple, 5, 10 more years, refi again, get more money out. That's just the play. Like you got a free property, you got your money out. You already got your money back from it. So everything else is just profit. The whole property is profit.
I want to point to that it's always hit hard on generational wealth, right? And think of that when you're down, right? Generational wealth that you're passing down to kids and their kids and so forth. This man, including his family, so he's not only leaving assets for him, but he's bringing his family along. So his sister is using it, and from there she's making 5 digits. It's 5 digits in 1 month. So
Right.
it's like he's spreading. He's not keeping it to himself. He's helping his family out.
And then she got like all my old properties. I sold her all my old properties. So every property I had like a triplex. I had 2 single family homes that I sold her. She bought all those, and now she worth over $500,000 in assets. So I sold all those, and I just started, building all mine new. I want everything new. I didn't want nothing old, so I got rid of them, sold them to her, and brought her up, let her, get in the game. Then, all she had to do, she held them a couple of years, refied them. She got way more than her money back and extra.
Yeah.
And just gave it to me to keep flipping. So me, I just keep making the money turn. But
She
yeah,
did.
that's that.
She called me on the way to the airport when I was flying out to California. Actually, I called her because now she has an 800 credit score. She's been pushing 800, but she hasn't had an 800 credit score. Now
Right.
to an 850. Anita, Andy, please don't forget about me. Um, Miss Michelle Mo, do you need an established business? Or no, do you need to have an established business?
Talking to you.
All right, so Andy has right now, like we're working with businesses to get him a business. No, you don't need to have business credit. You can start off with your personal credit because it takes a lot less time or to get your personal to a 720. That's all you need, or to start applying for funding. Then once we get you business credit, show you how to transfer that credit or business credit. So you don't need to have business credit. And if you do, you have to make sure that it's set up correctly. So when you start applying for funding, looking at you sideways, if your business is legit or not.
All right, I see somebody saying I'm really contemplating this. I got the book recently.
What's
I want
stopping?
to know what they put up. You need to put her on. I want to see what she contemplating.
Let me see.
Koya Keith, the realtor. Koya Keith, realtor.
All right, let me try. Oops, hold on. Koya Keith, realtor. All right,
Found
Koya. I just requested you on the live price. Oh, there she is.
Here I am. I've
How
never
you
done
doing?
this before. I'm good, sir. How are you? How do I flip it
First
around?
time for everything.
All right. I'm excited. I actually been following you a long time, and really kind of following your journey on what you're doing, and I was always intrigued by it, but I thought I needed like heavy real estate experience to do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I became a realtor almost about a year and a half ago, so I'm doing real estate currently. But your line of real estate, I was always interested in, and I just thought I needed more to get into it. So I just would kind of stand back and just watch and just see, like what do I need to be able to do something like that. I do have good personal credit already. So does my husband. I just again just didn't know the steps towards, getting into this type of this line of work.
So when you read the book, what you got out of the book?
I mean, I just saw pretty much all the steps that you had. I'm still not completed with reading it, but I just was mainly the angles that you take to get to the goals that you're trying to get to. I was like, man, I didn't even think of that like that, with how to do the credit cards, with how to pull the money out, the gift card options, things like that. I just thought that was pretty crafty. I was like, that's pretty cool. I just never know you can do something like that, And I did see certain banks you did not recommend getting cards from, which I do have existing cards from them. I didn't know that certain cards wouldn't allow you to do the method that you are teaching. So that was also something I'm like, okay, it seems like I need to know a lot more to ensure that I'm able to do it.
Yeah. That's kind of like what the boot camp, like that's what I created the boot camp for. Like the
Mm-hmm,
people that read
mm-hmm.
the book that still don't understand, that got questions and need to see it, in person.
Right,
That's what the boot camp is. Like it's
right.
for it's that next level. So it kind of help you get to that next step,
Gotcha.
like get them fears out of you, like it let you know that it's possible. And I'm doing it. Like I do it every day. It's what I do. And
That's
basically, all you got to
crazy.
know is the right thing to do, and it'll work.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. Wow, because I think you were just flipping the properties at first, but then I'm like, he's building. I'm like, this is okay. This next level right here. Like okay, I'm in the dark because I just put my kids to sleep. So hold on, let me run away. Okay. Um, but yeah, I was like, this is pretty next level, and again, I've always just want to kind of be a part of it. I wanted to sign up for the September class, but again, I just nervous. I'm like, I don't know. I need to finish the book. I need to read more, talk to him. I don't know. So it's one of those situations.
Ain't nothing to be nervous about. You just gotta don't hold your journey up. Just make moves.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and do what you gotta do, and get what you can get out of it.
Absolutely.
Like you already got, you already in the game, so you know a little something. You just need to know to get
Right.
the the structure and the foundation up. You know, you need once you get that up and you get the drywall in, it's just like a rehab.
Mhm.
So you'll know
Absolutely.
it from there. So the harder part gonna be
Absolutely.
for you is getting the land and then, building it, the shell of it, and just getting it up to the drywall. Once you get there, once you learn that part, then the rest of it be a piece of cake because you know that part.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
and you just really need that explained to you on how to do that, and then that'll take you to that
Right.
next level. Like that's you really. There's a lot of people that need the whole process. You already halfway
Right.
through. You just need half of the
Gotcha.
game. You get that part of the
Gotcha.
game, then you good. It's gonna take you to the next
Gotcha.
level. You're already in there.
Cool.
You
How do
just
you go as far as networking, I guess your trades? Is that something that you learn in the course as well? Or would that be something I would explore,
No,
meeting
we
with
show you how to. We show you
contractors?
how to find the workers. We show you how to do everything. We show you how to get a contractor. Now, what we do, we don't hire no contractor. We work under the contractor license and hire our own people. So we go
Gotcha.
have our own subcontractor do the work. We just work pay him to work up under his license. So we show you
Gotcha.
how to do all that, set everything up,
Gotcha.
how much they need, how much you need to be paying them, and don't let them get over on you. So we kind of like,
Absolutely.
and you can't get that out the book. The book gonna
No.
tell you what to do, how to do, but it ain't gonna give you like numbers
Right.
on like, okay, you pay this
Absolutely.
person this costs this much, that costs that much. You're gonna need that in person, and that's what we do at
Gotcha.
the boot camp. But yeah, basically, you gonna get like the same stuff in the book. The book can still get you where you need to go to start. It's just
Gotcha.
you're gonna have a lot of questions. You're gonna have a lot of doubts because you're doing it on your own. You ain't got nobody to ask questions. But the boot camp is
Right.
that next level up to where you always got somebody to ask questions when you get stuck. And
Gotcha.
that's what I created it for, to let everybody know that we're gonna do it. We're gonna stay ride with each other. Keep everybody when you got questions, they got doubts. You're gonna be there to
Right.
support you, hold you up. That's what the boot camp for.
That's what's up. Now tell me this. Would I have to, would personal liabilities hinder the process? Being I do have good credit, but I also still have, certain responsibilities, that my spouse and I have. Does that hinder the process as far as getting more credit cards, being that we have them already? Would that be a problem?
Like what personal liability
Like your home loan, your cars,
thing? I moved here. I removed an active mortgage from my credit report. You can manipulate your credit report to however you want manipulate it to benefit. I
Gotcha.
removed the mortgage in order to get to income ratio, and that was for me how far I can get through before they
Hmm.
caught me. They caught me, but I want how far I can get under it.
Right, that's crazy. But no, like you could do everything in the LLC. You ain't gotta even put it in your personal. You could just get an LLC and earn everything through that. Then it'll be
Gotcha.
the LLC responsible, and y'all won't be responsible for nothing personally.
Gotcha. I currently I'm a LLC under my name for my real estate. So would it be safe to kind of just run it all through that?
Like a sole proprietor, or
Hmm. Yeah.
build an LLC, because ultimately with that you're responsible for everything that's under. But just create an LLC.
Yeah, I
That,
am. My name is Koya N. Keith LLC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
perfect.
already
I
yeah,
thought
it's
you
already established.
had sole proprietorship under
Yeah.
instead of an LLC. So that's
Hmm.
perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So I can just do it like that. Okay,
what you
that
got?
makes sense.
What you got in the LLC now? You got anything going through it?
Um, just my current real estate because I work under a broker. So anything that I do with real estate, it goes through that.
Yeah. If you don't
Yeah.
want it to go through that, you can just always just set up another one, a new
Set
one,
up another one.
Mm-hmm.
and then just use
Gotcha.
that straight for your new build, your new construction. That way you ain't got to worry about mixing it.
Gotcha. Absolutely. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And like
Um,
it don't really matter how new how new it is. You can
right.
get a brand new one and still get cars and all that for it.
Okay.
As long as you name it right, as long as you don't name it, none of the wrong things to where that's
Right.
high risk, the stuff that's high risk. Then you could just get it funded for it, a brand new one.
Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. I would like to know more about the name part. See, that's why I need to come to the class, huh?
Right. Ain't nothing to be scared about. Invest in yourself, it'll pay off.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No problem.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Just hit
Un-
the X.
Oh. That's horrible.
It's
If
on
I hit the X, it'll be your X. Okay. Oh shit.
No Lies 5616. Got your book. 10 times fire, 10 times candy. You need them credit cards. What's your credit score? Miss Michelle Mo. Let's see. Nerd CEO off the other. Are you talking about me? I don't have two phones. Who's got the echo? Can you stop the echo? All right. Let's see. Avita B, I'm sorry, but where would I get the book?
I didn't hear you. What you say?
She said, answered this question, but where would I get the book?
Oh, you get the book out the bio. You go to my bio at Andy Buy Houses, and then you'll see the buy the ebook in there. Then we got a hard copy and a ebook. You choose which one you want. But it's right in my bio on Instagram.
Look at Mr. Ralph. He has questions. He's coming out of his shell.
Who that is?
Ralph. He said you can get the book off Andy's page. There we go. Shark Roll 392. I was nervous too, but Miss Gigi to buy the book, to buy my flight early. So it was his. What I've noticed, Andy, is that a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid to take that first step.
Yeah.
That keeps them from moving forward, and that's going to put you where you're at if you don't just find out what is on the other side.
Yeah. We weren't really taught to invest in ourselves. We were used to, getting stuff. Like, we got to see stuff work really to jump into it. Like, we ain't never been like the early birds. We always get on stuff late. We ain't never been the ones, to catch things, when it's popping. That's just something we would, growing up. That's what we were taught. Like, wait till you seen somebody did it. Once you see them did it, once they did it, start making moves, then somebody else start jumping on it. But nobody never, take the chance to go figure it out for themselves. Everybody like follow with it. Like, you got to see other people that did it first, but in order for you to do it. And then, so that's what everybody really looking for. Everybody really looking to see who did it, what they doing, what they got going on now. Is it really working? Like, everybody's scared, but not knowing that person's drive may not be your drive. Like, that person may not be working it. And when you get it and you're going to work it, so you can't really go off what they doing because, you're a totally different person. And they might not have that same drive you have.
The style is different.
Right, so you can't really look at what other people got going on. You just gotta look at what you can do and what you're gonna do, and you just gotta be committed to it. It's really just a mindset thing. Like, you gotta get your mindset right. If you ain't ready for getting them, it's bigger numbers. Like, we spend 25 grand on framing. We spend 15 grand on electrical, 15 grand on plumbing. Like, you see them numbers. Some people be scared of those numbers. They ain't used to seeing them numbers like that. But you gotta think of what you're making. We making no less than 100,000, so we making the average we making like 140, 130 on each property. So in order to make that type of money, you're gonna have to spend some money. But the money we spending, it ain't our money, so it don't even matter. But people just see them numbers and they get scared of them numbers because they ain't used to seeing them numbers. Some people like $50,000 is a lot of money to them. But $50,000, that's like a third of the process of building a house. So it's like people get scared of that. Like, so they got to get that mindset right to where they can't let them numbers put fear in them. And once they do that, they can go through the roof.
I'm going to tell you why I are successful. We don't let that stuff push through it. And then if it comes out wrong, figure out a different path. There's no fear. I mean, there is fear, but it's kind of all right, we're going to deal with it when we cross that bridge. We don't stop there and think about all the what ifs. All those what ifs happen. So just wasted I don't know how much time trying to figure out when it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what most people do. They try to figure it out before they jump into it. Like, you can never figure it out. Like, you're gonna be figuring it out forever to where you'll never make a move. So what we do, me and Gigi, we just try stuff. Like, we say we're gonna do this, let's do this, let's do that. We don't know how we gonna do it. We don't know how it's gonna work, how it's gonna turn out, but we do it. And then if anything go wrong, we just know what to fix.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta have that mentality to where I'm gonna make the move regardless. I gotta make it work. Like it's gonna work. I don't know how, but it's gonna work. Like I ain't gonna let it fail.
Yeah.
Once you got that in you, then you can't fail doing it. You just gotta have that drive. You just gotta know that, know who you is and know your worth. Like know that I gotta make this work. I know what I want. I know my goal, and I gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I do it. That's how I got through my first property. I knew I wanted to do it. I ain't know nobody. I was scared. I was nervous. But hey, I knew I couldn't depend on nobody. I ain't trying to go back. I ain't trying to go to no job. So I know I got to make it work, and I made it work. I made about 130,000. And from there, I seen them numbers. I seen that check. I said I need to keep doing this. I just did it 5x. I ain't even looking back. I don't even want to do nothing else. I ain't doing nothing. I don't like nothing. I don't want to go on no trips. I don't want to do nothing. I'm gonna get barely houses. That's all I'm building is houses. I'm gonna start building townhouses. I'm gonna go to complex. I ain't even playing with them. I'm gonna go ham. Everybody talking about recession. We've been in a recession our whole life. We ain't never had nothing. Dude, what you gonna get scared for? We never seen a recession in the hood. It was just regular days. No, we wasn't in real estate. We ain't had no real estate, so we didn't feel it. We was renting. There ain't no recession. Ain't no recession when in the rent. The rent don't go down. The rent numbers always go up. They don't go backwards. So we never seen no recession. So I ain't scared of it. I know my numbers good. I'm building way less. I'm building at half what the properties are worth, the ARV. So worst case scenario, all I could do is just rent it out and get, still make money renting it out. That's my worst case scenario. But other than that, I'm doing Airbnb or I'm doing like the traveling nurses. Double up.
Mm-hmm.
Get my money back, double up, still make money off the property, then get equity every time. Like it only makes sense.
I will tell you that when you're going through the mortgage process, I hadn't done the mortgage process in years. I buy my houses using credit cards. So I'm going through the mortgage process to buy this house that I'm in. There's a fine print that says about if you lie on the application, you get the FBI. I still deleted the mortgage, having active mortgage. During that time, I'm like, damn, prison, right? I lost 10 pounds, but I had to figure out how to get through underwriting before they put the active mortgage.
All right.
Okay, so Andy and interview was lit. I'm glad it helped you. All right, just question flex. Would you suggest someone to go all in with this? What if I don't have another stream of income coming in and I want to do this full time? Is that suggest? That's from Rob. Why do I feel like I talked to you already?
Like you want another stream of income. Like this don't make you money right away. This a process. It take time. So you don't want this to be your only source of income. Like you ain't making no income up front. So it can't be your only source of income. You just spending money.
Mm-hmm.
So basically you gotta have something that can make you live through the days. Like this just gonna get you a bigger reward at the end. Like you gotta still have something going on in your life to make you money to pay the bills. This ain't gonna pay the bills until the end. So yeah, this ain't gonna be. You can't just quit everything and just do this unless you got something stashed. You got something put up. You got something put up, then you can make a play like that. But if you don't, you don't want to do that. You still gotta live life.
Okay, so Shark, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work it. Got the drive. Just the funding for a 28-year. No one likes to take on the younger boy. That's not true. You already failed yourself. We had how old is Eddie? 19?
20 now. Don't forget that 20.
He's 20 years old, Shark. And was able to get funding. You're not getting funding because you don't want to get funding. Like you're thinking people they're not going to let you borrow money, but they will.
He probably it ain't that he don't want it. He just don't know how. That's probably what it is. You just gotta learn how.
Yeah, I think he's right. one that's working on his reports. You need to get your score up to a 720. Hustling. Andy, have you ever built in Ohio?
No, but I had a rent in Ohio, and that was the worst mistake ever. I bought I bought a duplex there, thinking I'm gonna just fix it up and flip it. But probably back in 2016, I bought it for like 14. Tried to send people over there to fix it up. They were complaining about it was cold, snowing. They needed some heaters in there. There wasn't no power, so they needed to get some kind of space heaters. And they said they was doing this, doing that. They weren't doing nothing, so I just had to let it go. Ended up selling it for like 19,000, but I'll never do that again. I'd rather say it's enough where I'm at now, to where I ain't gotta go nowhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I got like 12 lots already down here that I ain't even touched yet, so it don't make sense for me to go nowhere else.
So they're giving you props for what you said right now. You appreciate that. Born to Lose, Built to Win 405. I only have one credit card that I can liquidate fully for 25K. The rest don't, and give like 3K cash advance. We don't do cash out. There's other ways to liquidate the cards. You can do manufacturer spend. You can invoices, basically bill yourself. There's other ways to avoid that hefty fee because the cash advances are like they're the double digits.
Yeah, and you still have to get more cards too. Like
Mm-hmm.
basically, you just show you how to get way more cards than that. Like you probably gonna need, like if you run the list that GG, you probably get like I say close to 10 cards.
At the minimum, that's just being discreet about it.
And the 10 card, that'll probably be like between 150 to 200K. And that's them type of numbers we play with. You get them numbers, then you can make moves with that. You really can't make no moves with a card with less than 50 grand.
Mm-hmm.
The more you got, the more you can play, because you're still gonna have to hide your utilization with the money that's left on the cards.
Yeah, so we teach you basically if you guys if you have $50,000 in debt, we'll show you how to hide the utilization from the bureaus and only have or be 10% of whatever you're on there, or under 10%. So like $5,000, just under.
Okay. So they don't understand that. Let me break it down to them one time. So basically, if you got 50K on your card, Gigi could show you how to take 25K off your card and make that other 25K just pay both of the cards to make it look like that you don't owe nothing and you don't got the 25K already off and making moves with it. So that's what Gigi do. That's her specialty.
That's what I said.
And she got a challenge going on that show you how to do it in 8 days for less than $500.
King Chef with Gigi and Andy, they will show you the way. It's up to you what you do with the information. Absolutely, Ralph. Brand Cash App, the IRS will track the income. Right. If more than they'll start taxing you on that.
One thing I noticed too, a lot of people, they go in looking for the negative. They go in looking for problems. So that's when problems occur. When you go in looking for problems and with doubts, everything you doubt it gonna happen. So you don't even go in like that. You gotta just change the way you think. Just think and know you're gonna do it. Think positive, and the positive thing's gonna happen. It's like whatever you think, that's what's gonna happen in life. If you think negative stuff, you're gonna have a negative life. You think positive stuff, you're gonna get positive results. It's like whatever you think, that's what you're gonna be looking for. So if you're thinking negative things, you're already going in the wrong way. You're thinking positive, it's gonna work. You're gonna find a way to make it work. It's just all about that mindset. You gotta change the mindset and change your thoughts and change the words you say. Don't be saying no trying, hopefully, I should, could. Just make it happen.
Migrate Real Estate. Is this personal or business credit? We get you both personal and business credit. If you start with the we're going to teach you how to transfer the personal debt over to the business debt, and the credit card business side don't report to your personal side. So let's say that you max out your cards on the personal, your credit score took a dip. Once you transfer that over to the business side, then your score is going to go back up to what it was before you maxed out the cards. Virginia, Andy and Gigi are the dynamic duo. Gigi, the Leslie, Gigi, I'll be in touch. Alrighty, ma'am. Do you guys have any other questions?
Another thing they need to know too is like, it's just like you, Gigi. Like we didn't really even start making money till we started spending money.
Yeah. Oh,
If you don't spend no money, if you don't go to no class, no mentorships, or learn from different people, you ain't gonna know nothing. You're gonna know the same thing you've been knowing all this time. So we invest in ourselves. We went to invest in recession proof. I invested in Raphael Vargas. I invested in other different things. I spent $5 grand. I spent $10 grand. I spent $5 grand one time without learning nothing. But I still took that chance. Like you never know what you're gonna get out of something. I got one thing out of that whole thing, but it wasn't really nothing that changed my life. I still had to get out here and make things happen. But the thing is, though, if you don't take no risks, you don't take no chances, you ain't gonna never learn nothing. You're gonna stay being scared. You're gonna stay knowing what you already know, and what you knowing ain't getting you nowhere. So you gotta invest in yourself to get to the next level. You gotta go to different spots. It ain't gotta be where we at. You just gotta get in different rooms. Once you get in them rooms, you're gonna see different people. And you're gonna be different people that's gonna elevate you. But trying to do it yourself is gonna be way harder. You're gonna need somebody else, to show you the way. Basically, it's like everybody in life got somebody they follow or look up to.
So through June, I spent $35,000 in mentorship. Every single dime that I've spent has brought me more knowledge. I might have known like some of the information, but I still learned something. So I don't see it as a waste of money. It was an investment for me. So I have learned a lot of stuff, but I did spend a lot of money.
Right. So like that's the only way you're gonna learn something. The only way you're gonna elevate, spending money. Cause then it's like a lot of people out here know stuff that you don't know, and then you wonder how they're doing better than you. It's just because what they know, they ain't no better than you. They just know more things than you know.
Yeah.
It ain't about nobody being better than you, smarter than you, all this and that. They just know what to do, and they invest in themselves. That's all you got to do. You do that, then you'll be where they at. It ain't hard. It's simple.
One of the members that both Andy and I are in, you build relationships, right? You meet people. One of the Brandon that's on the live, or was on the live, I met him through Recession Proof. So he does stuff that I wasn't so familiar with. So I called him, and he was able to give me information that I didn't know. So he gave me that information. I was able to start doing it myself because I paid for the membership that I was able to get with other people. Where if I wouldn't have paid, I would have never met Andy. I would have never met Brandon, and it just makes a difference.
Right. It's just like, we met through RPS. We never knew each other. I had Gigi take off some inquiries. That's how I met Gigi. And now, most people wouldn't even know that. Most people think we knew each other forever.
Yeah.
But we knew each other less than a year. You just can't tell it.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are the relationships you make through these mentorships you pay. And I mean, you might not vibe with everybody, but then there's that one or two people that you are. Like Andy and I, we probably talk to each other or text at least every day. We might talk to each other like every other day, but we talk business all the time.
Right. And somebody did ask, do you buy land also with credit cards? We don't buy the land with the credit card. We take the money off the cards to buy the land. But Gigi got a problem. How you was doing buying your property with cards? So,
I use Plastique.
Yeah, she was using Plastique to buy. Did you do that for your down payment, or you bought the whole thing with it?
I down payment with Plastique, and I can buy the entire house with Plastique. And with Plastique, you basically link your credit card to that service, and then they'll wire the money, or they'll send a check to wherever you can do that method, or manufacturer spend, or there's the invoicing. There's just different ways to get the money out.
Different way. Then you showing them that at your thing.
I'm touching on it.
You're touching on it.
I'm touching on it.
Okay.
And what we are doing, I have a challenge coming up next week, and what we are doing is your LLC correctly, and where you're able to use it to apply for funding. You can't use your personal address, your home address, have an LLC. if you Google Walmart, you Google Target, you see that they have a headquarters. Even though they're all over the world, you'll see one address on there. So what you want to do is you want to show these banks that you're a real company, and that's how you're working. That's how you set up your business. Reflect that you're a real company. BJ Stacking is a list of lenders in the book. No, sir.
I said, what's the name of the app again?
It's plastic. It's so you can just go online and it's LASTIQ. And if you go through my, might get some money. So just DM me and I'll be able to send. I think they give you like $20 or something like that for fees because the fees are hefty.
Yeah.
Koya Keith, I need Andy and Gigi's info. What's your number, Andy?
To do what?
Like, your
727. It depends on what they're trying to do. If you're trying to get the ebook, trying to get the boot camp, what you're trying to do. But my cell phone number 727 601-3427.
My number is 404-458-0893. And you guys can text us there. Let's see.
Another thing, these people like that. Another thing they need to know too, like when you go to looking for land, when you're trying to buy land, don't just buy land anywhere just cause it's land and it's cheap. You want to look at the land. You want to cause buying land that's cheap could end up costing you more than land that ain't cheap, being in the right place. Because if it's the land that's like just ain't nothing around it, no life around it, you got to think about how you gonna hook up the light. When you build on it, how you gonna hook up to the city plumbing? There ain't no city plumbing, so you got to create your own. So you got to get septic tanks. You got to get wells. All that costs. So that septic tank will cost you up to 10 grand. A well costs you like 5 grand. That's 15 grand above the price you paid, and that's before you even start doing any work on it. Then you got to think about the impact fees. If it ain't nothing around it, you don't get no credit for nothing. So impact fees, I got one lot. My impact fees is like 18,000 because there was never nothing on it. So that's 18,000 I gotta pay. I gotta pay 10 for a septic tank. That's 28. Then I gotta pay 5 for a well. That's 33,000 I gotta pay before I even start digging in the ground. That's above the lot price. So if I bought the lot, just say for 30 grand, and now I got 32 in costs I got to put in it. It's just like you bought a 60K lot. You could have bought one for 50 or 60 in an area that's already got life around it, and you would have been way better off than buying that land that's in nowhere because you thought it was a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna want to check with this. Go down to the zoning department in your city and check and see what you can do to that lot and what's going on and see if they got they got the city plumbing around. You want to know that before you buy a lot. Because them going to be costs that you ain't going to be looking at that's going to cost you more. And then you want to check the impact fees on them. Just a little quick tip when you go to try to buy land. Don't just buy anything. Looking at them numbers.
John, how can buy property without a job but have 20 to 30?
Without a job, but have what?
20 to 30K.
I can buy land. You can buy land with it. You ain't gotta have a job to buy land. You just gotta probably gonna have to find something to do to create income while you're trying to build on it. Because once that little 20, 30 gone, then you ain't got nothing else to use to live life. So that little 20K, that 20, 30K could go real quick, depending on what area you're in, on what your lots cost. Cause you could spend over that on a lot. So depending on what area you're in, some areas got cheap lots, but you gotta think. Just because the lot cheap don't mean the value of the house once you build it gonna be expensive. Like the value of the house could be cheap too when you build it. So just because the lot cheap don't mean it's a good deal. Because you gotta run the numbers on it, see if it makes sense.
What I would do with 20 to 30K is if you're really trying to start the real estate or get into the real estate game, I would start wholesaling. So I would take that money. I wouldn't so much wholesale, but I would buy the property, take it under my name, and then I sell it for a higher price. And I would do that until my bag is bigger.
Or you could use that to get his credit, right? So you could get some high limit credit cards, and then you could take the money off some credit cards and just run that play like that. It's quicker than trying to wholesale. That's work.
You guys have any other questions? What did they get at the boot camp?
At the boot camp, okay, on the first day, you get Gigi. Gigi explaining to you how to take the money off the credit cards, how to get the high limit credit cards, how to hide your utilization. She's gonna be on first. After Gigi go, then I'm gonna come on, give you the 40 steps on how to build a house from the ground up, step by step. After that, you're gonna get the workers that come in. We're gonna have subcontractors. We're gonna have a hard money lender. We're gonna have the architect, the engineer, all of them coming in. So you get to talk to them, ask them questions, and you also get to keep the contact number. Then that second day, that's when we go in the field. I drive around, take you. We get a bus. We got a bus. We take you to all the property that I got going on. Get out of each property. I show you the stage we in. You know how we got there, what's next, and answer any questions you have on that. And that's the 2-day boot camp. Like with those 2 days, you're getting way more knowledge than you get 4 years into college, and way cheaper. That's the 100K play. Playing 100, we don't want it.
Mhm. I wanted what are both Andy and I have kids, right? So my kids, on my for myself, my kids watch what I do, like everything I do, right? So I was talking to Andy about this the other day. If our kids see us working for other people, that's what they're inclined to do. Start working for other people, and at the end of the day, they're stuck in that mentality where they feel like they have to work for somebody instead of working for themselves.
Right.
And working for ourselves, so much the ability to do whatever it is that we want to do. Basically, we have so much time freedom. Like I just went to California. I went to California for 2 days and I came back just to spend some time with my friend in California. And I came back and I was here for the 4th of July weekend for my kids. If I were to work for somebody, I'd have to ask that somebody else for permission to leave, and I don't have to do that. My son has been watching me do the credit and the business funding, the business setup, and today I started him doing or helping me out with the company. So little by little, he's following my footsteps, you know?
Right. There's a lot of people too. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I want my child to do that." They get mad at their kids for not trying to. They want their kids to try to start a business, but they never seen you start one. So it's like you trying to put something on them that you never did. So it's like you gotta be careful when you do that. Like kids, they only do what they see. Like it's hard for somebody to get out there and try to start a business when they never knew nobody that had their own business. And when you telling them you need to do this, you need to do that. Like you can do this, you can do that. You be like, okay, if I can do this, I can do that. If it's that easy, why you didn't do it? So
Exactly.
you gotta be careful what you tell these kids, cause they might get smart enough to say that back to you. But you gotta talk what you preach. You gotta preach what you talk. Like you gotta go ahead and do it. You gotta do it. Then once they see you do it, then they'll know to do it.
I'm
But if they
laughing.
never see you do it, they won't. It'll be hard to try to get somebody to do something that they never seen.
Is that what Andy's saying is so true because I started having my son cold call to buy a lot here in Georgia, right? And it's hard, right? It's hard because you get hung up on, you get cussed out. It's just like it just takes a breed to go through cold calling, right? He got tired of it and he said, "Mom, can I just pay somebody to do it?" I'm like, "But the money that he's using to pay them is going to be my money, right?" So I told Andy, but he said, "Well, where do you think he got that from?" Like, he got it from me because if I don't want to do it, I'll just pay somebody to do it. He just ain't got
Right. So he just following his mama's footsteps. You pay VA to do everything. So he trying to get him a VA.
Okay, Rock Nation 6. I'm 22, no debt or anything. How long would it take to get my credit? What's your credit score? You said no debt or anything. So we would actually, we would just add some positive primary accounts and then maybe a trade line, and that shouldn't take care of it. It's
Another thing too, like
weeks, like a couple weeks.
a lot of people that think no debt is good. No debt is not good. No, that actually hurt you, like, cause you ain't credit worthy. Nobody never seen you, with credit. So it's like nobody want to take a chance on you. So if you already got credit, you established, or you already got stuff going on your credit report, you make you more creditable. If you ain't got nothing on there, it make people don't, stay away from you. Like, it's a reason you ain't got nothing on there.
Yeah.
That's how they look at it. So you don't want to just be in no debt. You can have credit cards, but you ain't got to use them. So you always gonna want to have something though, showing something, so you could get fundable. Cause that's what they want to see.
That's how we were too, that debt was bad. Like, don't get into debt. Debt is gets you in nowhere, right? But if you use debt correctly, that's how you build you form another stream of income, and you're ultimately creating wealth by other people's money, not touching your own money. So that is not bad, right?
Right. It's a lot of people that's billionaires off of debt. Like, it's debt billionaires. With debt, you ain't got to pay no taxes. That's how a lot of the rich don't pay taxes, because they in debt. Debt ain't bad debt. Could be like a mortgage. Have a mortgage on the house, you refi it, get your money out, you get that mortgage, and you got the whole mortgage tax free. Now you ain't got to pay taxes on that money.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people got good debt that became billionaires off good debt. Just gotta know how to leverage it to make it work for you, and then you can live right off debt.
Novice 616. What can you do with my 675, Ms. Gigi? Depending on what you have on there, I can probably put it into you'll be pushing an credit score. Depends on what you have on there. You have to follow everything I say. Like, I recommend that you guys have positive accounts. Y'all don't add them. I ask you guys to do one thing or the other, and you guys don't do it. So, like, you have to do what I tell you guys, and be you'll be good. You'll be straight.
Any more questions? We had like an hour and a half.
You guys have any other questions? Think that.
Let them know how they could get in the if they want to do the challenge, what they get and how they could get in it.
So I have a challenge coming up at the end of next week on the, what is it, the 14th and the 15th. I'm sorry, guys, I have my days confused.
Yeah, that's it.
Is the 14th and the 15th. You see how Andy knows what I'm doing? And I know what Andy's doing? That's how tight we are. So I have a challenge coming up. It's on Thursday and Friday, and it's going to be on Zoom, and I'm going to basically force you guys or challenge you guys to start an LLC. So if you've been thinking about it and the fear of not being able to set it up right, if you don't know how to set it up right, or you have doubts on how to put it or set it up straight to be able to use it for funding at a later time, we're going to do it together. So everything of that is going to happen in days. You don't need to take because I get a lot of people that they've been working, they do one thing and then they like a week or two, a month or two, or a year, and then they go back and they try to fix it. We're not going to be working backwards. We're going to be doing it straight.
Start it right the first time. You ain't got to worry about losing money or trying to fix it in the back end. Get it right the first time. Do what you got to do and then make it run.
Mm-hmm. There's a
okay. So basically, that is $99 for the regular, $297 for the VIP. The VIP includes you getting on an hour early, asking all the questions, nagging Gigi with all the questions before everybody else get on. That's the difference between the VIP and the regular. The regular, you just get on and listen to what's going on, know how to do it. The VIP is when you can ask questions. So you get a little benefit from that. You get to hear questions, you get to hear people asking questions, and then you get to ask them too. If you have any on how to set up the business stuff. Other than that, then you'll just be watching the Zoom to where you can see just showing you how to do it. That's the difference in the two. It's going down. Go into your bio, the link in your bio, right?
It's in my bio.
Yeah, so if you want to start with something, that's the place to start. Like, you can use that to get to where I'm at. If you ain't ready for where I'm at, you ain't ready to get them 6 digits yet, you're still in 5 digits, you can holler at Gigi to get your business right, you get them credit cards, then you can come to 6-digit world. That's what it is.
Exactly what so you can get hop on my profile or type 404-458-03, and that's gonna
All right, and then next week we're gonna be on Thursday at 7 again. We're gonna start doing this every week, every Thursday at 7 again on live, answering any questions you have. Just doing, helping you understand, what it is to get to the next level in life. Like you just got to keep watching it to start doing it. Like we ain't no different than you. We just like y'all. We just took a little more risk and we just know a little more stuff. And y'all can easily learn it. It ain't nothing hard to learn. So we give you the opportunity. We'll be back on Thursday. Thanks everybody for coming. We'll see you then.
bye.
Bye.